Hello folks, and welcome to one of my pre-recorded projects. When I filmed this, I don't really know at what point in the day I'm going to do this, but I know it's not going to be the first project, so that's fine. And this is the card that we are going to be making, which I really love. And I will show you that I got inspiration from this, from a gorgeous card that I got from my friend Michaela. And here it is. I got it this year for my birthday. And I love it. It was with the Zoo Crew. The Zoo Crew papers, which were on the clearance rack, but I'm not sure if there's any left now. But yeah, I love it. And I decided to do a version using the Yuletide Village, which I think works, and it's quite an easy card really, but I think it's effective. So I hope you like this one. It's actually just a standard size card. I'm not going to do all the colouring because I've done that before, and I also will be using this video, just as a heads up. I filmed this for my treat day, which was on the 2nd of November, but I'm also repurposing this video and using it for my Yuletide Village class as well. But I won't be going through the colouring techniques on this one because I have done that on a previous video. So there we go. Right, so I've just cut a piece of thick white in half. So I've put it in landscape and I've cut it at 14.8 and a sniff, and then I'm going to score it at 10.5. Now that's everything that we would normally do, isn't it? And we would then fold it like that, okay? And then that would be the inside of our card. Now what I am going to do then is I'm going to pop it in, and I'm going to find 5.2 centimetres. This is actually easier on a scoring board. 5.2, so 5 and then 2 millimetres, but then I'm going to find the middle of that. So it's 5.25, so between the 2 and the 3, and I'm going to score. So what happens is we then end up with this. Now that would be fine, but we're going to do a nice little zigzagger. Okay, so you can mark this with a pencil if you want to. What you can do is you can go to the outside edge. Oh look, the ruler even matches the pool party. Like, this ruler's filthy, absolutely filthy. It's got marks on it, glue on it. So you can just mark up from the bottom to 5 centimetres. You can put a little dot, okay, like that. And then we're going to cut from the centre score right down to there. Okay, and then we end up with that scrap. Okay, and then what we need to do is we need to get our our sort of sky. As soon as we're not really using the bird papers for anything else, but I do have some really easy cards I can share with you using them, which I'll share on my socials. But when I saw this, I knew I wanted to put this paper with these houses. Okay, so we are going to cut this, and I need to remind myself because I forget all the time. 4.7. So that's at 4.7. So that will do for that one. And we'll need to cut another one for the other piece. And again, 4.7. Okay. Right. Now what we're going to do then, just going to check that everything's in shot. Yeah, I've done the video quite close for this. What we're going to do is we are going to lay this. I'm doing the second one in, and I've come up a couple of millimeters, and I'm just checking that the border on the left and the right between my score lines and this bottom bit is about the same. It's about 0.2 millimeters. Okay. And I'm going to grab that pencil. Have I put it back? No, where did I put it? Oh, Julie. Oh, it's there. It's rolled underneath something. As pencils do. And now I can't pick it up. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little pencil line, but I'm not putting it at the top. I'm coming down a couple of millimeters so that there's a border as well. And you know, this is... I'm just going to pop that to one side. It's a handmade card, so if we don't get that, if we're a millimetre out with that, let's not sweat it. And then we're going to do the same here. We're going to pop it on here. You might want to do that so you can maybe see it a little bit better. You might see the edge, yeah. So I'm going to come down the same distance. Whoops, I just moved that then. And now it's not right. There we go. And then I'm going to pop those in my trimmer, put the two pencil lines on an angle, put them on the bit, yep, and cut. Now, hopefully that will look okay. Not too bad, Julie. That's some scrap. And then this one, same. And then I'm going to stick these down here. Now, I'll probably use wet glue for this, so I've got a little bit of wiggle room. And that's going to go on there. I just think this is a lovely design, and I was inspired by my lovely friend Michaela. I'm sure inspires many because she's on the artisan team and she's been on it a few times now. Okay, and there we have that. So we've made a start. We've made a start on this. Okie doke. And now what we need to do is decorate the right hand side. So I've already cut into this piece of Pool Party. Now you can use Pool Party Or or you could, if you're doing the festive treat day, so I'm using this video for 2 separate events. You have a sheet of pecan pie and it's actually not allocated for anything. So it's spare. It was just an extra. Okay. So, I'm having a yawn. I'm so sorry. I was just checking my measurements. So, the piece of coloured card, whether you're doing pool party or pecan pie, it's 10 centimetres wide. By 14.3. I just told Craig that I was going to be filming, and he's gone downstairs and I can hear him practicing piano. I don't know if it'll come through, but it reminds me of our paper crafts and piano days, which we do need to reignite. Okay, so we've got, that's then there, and that's 10 by 14.3, and then I'm going to cut a piece of white. Just thin white is fine. And that's going to be 9.7 wide by 14. And I wanted a smaller border. Okay. So, I've not come down 0.5 centimetre. I've just come down 0.3. So that white is 9.7 centimetres by 14. Okay. And that's going to go there. But before we do that, we are going to use this background stamp. I'm just going to have a drink of tea. And move that biscuit wrapper out of the way. You didn't see that. Okay, now, the ladies who took part in my festive treat day got this stamp. It's not a stamp set, it's a background stamp. If you haven't got this and you fancy it, then it's still available. And I'm going to show you a way to use it if you haven't got a big block. Okay. So I don't... where's my pool party ink gone? Oh, it's up there. I try and keep things simple, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up that. You can take the sticky off and you could stick it to your desk if you wanted. It will just temporarily cling, I think. Should we see? Should we try it? Should we take the sticky back off? Yeah, it's probably better that we sort of stick it to our work space. If you have the glass mat, then that's really good for doing this. So I'm inking this up with the Pool Party ink pad. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece of white to this. Now, it runs out of room here, but that doesn't matter because our buildings are going to cover it. So as long as we've got all this bit here at the top, that's fine. So I'm going to lay it on here and then rub. I'm rubbing down, rubbing all over. And then we peel that off and we get this. Okay, now what I have done is I'm using a blending brush. Now you might gasp out when I, should I get my glass mat? Should I get my glass mat? No, it's a bit, my desk is a bit busy. So I'm just going to rub over here and make I'll clean my desk off. It does spray off. So I'm going to come in from the sides and I'm just going to go round, and I will show you in a second. I'll do one side and you'll see the difference. Now I've got a pool party desk, but I'm okay with that. So if I hold this up to a piece of white, you can see the difference, yeah? So I'm going to carry on doing that all around. I mean, you won't even see this bottom part, but we know it's there, girls. Oh, I got a bit too giddy there. That's a bit intense, but never mind. Okay, so I've given that a good inking. And then I'm going to take my pecan pie. If you don't have pecan pie, if you have maybe soft suede from a couple of years ago, then that would work just brilliantly. I'm going to take the Christmas stamp from the Peaceful Season and also the Merry. And I'm going to use Love From Our Home to Yours, because I love that. Now, you could put these all on the block at the same time, but I think there's the gap. Should we? I might try just the Christmas and the Love From Our Home to Yours. So what you do is lay it down on your surface. I don't know if there's going to be too big a gap, but it just sort of sits in there like that. If you can get it right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. And then take it. I don't know if it's straight. I'm going to have a practice on something. Have I got some scrap white? No, I think I must have done that last time. It looks all right, although it looks a bit like it needs pushing up a bit in the middle. Oh. I wonder if we can... Yeah, I want the Merry a bit closer. So what I'm going to do is ink that up. It's just a little tip so you only had to stamp once. Sorry, I'm going to have to stand up. I think that might be a bit wonky, but never mind. What's a bit of wonky between friends? And then I'm going to take the Merry. And that just fits inside there between the T and the S. And I love how it fits there and sits there. Okay, let me find my card. That is then going to sit on there. Not got that very straight, but it's a bit too late now. Oh man. And then that's going to stick on here. Now, I'm not going to sit and colour all those images again because it's a little bit labour intensive, and I have shown you on the treat day how I've done them. So I'm just going to try and, I have got some aside for another project, so I will just show you how. So then what we need to do is, I have laid these up with foam pads. So I've got a church. Now it's up to you. You can leave it on the snow like that. Yeah. These little houses, the two, if you move the church up a bit, they just fit on there nicely. So we just fit on a church and the two houses. And then, now I've done this for another project, so you might want to colour it but leave the snow. So cut it out sort of like that. Can you see I've cut it for this other project I'm doing on the wavy bit, but you might want to cut it a bit like that and then leave the white, so you've got some white there. Same with that one really. And then finally these two, honestly it's like it was meant to be. They're just the right width, these two little houses, to fit there. You can put a tree with this one. As I say, I'd do this one but with some white there, and then that's how they would go on the card, and it would then look like that. Yeah, which I love. I love, 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 love. So I think the most time will be spent doing the colouring on that one. So please do share any cards that you make on my Facebook groups, because everybody loves to see them. And that's that project done with. So hope you like that one. I am going to send this one to our lovely neighbour who we go on dog walks with, and she looks after Beulah quite a bit for us, so I wanted to make them a really lovely card. So yeah, that's going to be for Katie and family. Right, I'll be back soon with more projects. See you soon.